Hello and welcome back to big episode number 50 of the Neil and Lens podcast, the only show that threads together music, movies, and TV. I also feel like we're probably not the only, and I think we might need to change that before we get sued. Not gonna lie. You never know, man. Listen, I'm taking a law class right now. It's got me scared, man. It's got me scared.
You know, I don't know if you've heard of Jesus and Marrow, but they have this like late night show on Showtime, and they like every episode they call themselves the number one show in late night, which is definitely not true.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if they can do that, and they're on Showtime, like they're on a big network, like we're fine. Who's gonna come for us? Who's gonna come for us?
I don't know. Maybe another show that threads together. I guess maybe not
But
every other show threads it. Exactly. That's the other thing.
Exactly.
That's the very specific thing. So maybe they don't. Maybe they do. But maybe they wouldn't say that they would. So we're in a very legal gray area. But I think it's a little more white.
Yeah, we're fine.
I think we're fine. Yeah. Anyway,
also my mother's an attorney. Remember, so we got ammo.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I am your host, Kevin, with my co-host,
Noah.
What is up? How are we doing? We're back. Big number 50. Very, very crazy. I didn't even realize until today when we were starting this episode that we're on the 50th episode. That's wild. We've been doing this for over a year. I mean, obviously you knew that already, but I mean, it's crazy. Even just looking back at a lot of these episodes, it's just like, damn, we had a lot of fun ones.
We did have a lot of fun ones. Yeah, I'm thinking back, like I remember, like I don't know, in the early ones, like I remember always being like really concerned. Now I'm less concerned, but about like making sure I'm always wearing something different.
Oh yeah, no, we did that for sure, and I think I held that up for a while.
You held it up for longer than I did.
I'm trying to think about when I finally lost it. I'm actually glancing. Wow, I held this up for a long ass time. I don't think I've broken yet. I think
no.
I think the Pusha T episode I broke. So 2 episodes ago I did break. I'm pretty sure I have worn that shirt before. But
I definitely have broken because I don't know when it happened. Let's see. I'm looking at this thumbnail here. Maybe this is.
See, this is technically breaking because I wore this shirt the first episode, but that one wasn't recorded to video, so no one knows. Well, I mean, I guess
I think it was my first episode. It looks like, or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't my first. Okay, no, it wasn't my first episode. In my new space, but when I came back, but it was like pretty. It looks like the Nicki Minaj episode.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think that's when I broke. And you know what? I don't care as much anymore.
28 in, that's pretty impressive. I fucking made it technically, and looking back now, actually, I haven't broken at all yet, I don't think. Just glancing at these, because that shirt from Pusha T, this is not important at all, by the way. We are going to get to what we want to talk about, but yeah, looking at that, I don't think I've broken at all. The fucked up thing was I was going to buy these shirts at Hot Topic this past weekend, but they were charging $35 for the shirt, and I was sad because honestly, I would have looked pretty good in that shirt, but I was like, damn, $35? Not happening. Not happening. Ridiculous. Absolutely.
I know. I've been trying to find like what is the most I should be paying for a shirt, because Saba dropped these new shirts. You probably saw
the Few Good Things merch store.
Good Things, and there was like the cream colored one,
dude.
It says like Few, and it looks so.
Listen,
good.
he stepped his game up for the Few Good Things merch. Because listen, I love you, Saba. Don't get me wrong. The Care For Me merch was trash. I just could not. I mean, like the hat was iconic. That was cool. Yeah. But just, I don't know, just the composition of the shirt, I was not feeling. Like when I saw him when he toured with Jid, I was like, I'm not buying this shirt. I can't.
Right.
I cannot conceivably find myself wearing this shirt.
Right. Which, I mean, hey, I mean, sometimes that's a good thing when you go to a show and you're like, I'm kind of happy that all this merch is ass because I can save money.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna look at
Um,
the store again.
but
But
yeah, that cream one, I've been eyeing it and I'm like,
yeah, but 40
I
bucks
really,
for a
that's the
shirt.
thing. That's the thing.
40 bucks is a lot. Now,
And
yeah,
after shipping, it's
merch.
like just
Oh
about
God.
50 almost. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I forgot he sells the Care for Me vinyl up. I think it's just the
it's just a
standard
black.
though.
But
But that's no big deal. Yeah, these are clean. This merch is really clean. The cream one is killer. That maroon one's
yeah,
not bad either.
it's not. It's not. But yeah, I actually just I was like, I forgot. I was like, we're recording our episode. But yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the podcast, reminiscing on our past 50 episodes.
Of course. Also, I did want to throw out these bucket hats are nice, but it's just bucket hats don't work for me. And that makes me sad
I don't
inside,
think
but
I
it's
can
fine.
either.
No, I think I don't know, maybe. Depends. But yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah, old episodes, man. It's crazy how far we've come
And
from then.
yeah, and I was asking you before we started if you had any favorites.
Oh yeah, favorite episodes. Well, I mean, obviously I'm partial to the Tramp Stamps episode. It's the one that blew up the most of any of our episodes and really
Right.
got the most interaction. Love y'all for that. But I mean, honestly, most of our earliest episodes, I feel like were some of my favorites just because we really were in it. I don't know. It was kind of before news started to slow down a lot.
Right.
Like going into this year, honestly, news has been very slow.
Yeah, so far, yeah, it's been a pretty slow.
Except for, a couple here and there. But
right.
yeah, it's been really, really slow. So we've been kind of grasping at straws from time to time with what we're going to talk about. Not to say that we haven't had fun talking about a lot of these topics. And it has made for shorter episodes, which is nice. Also happy about that. But also the Halloween episode was really fun. That was a really good time. We had a really good time shooting that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I dressed up. I had my my
the Frank
baby.
Ocean one, and I was Phoebe.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a good time. That one is probably one of my favorite, most recent ones. And then also just the best of 2021, the episode 19, our kind of halfway mark into the year. We were just like just gushing about our favorite stuff. I thought that was really fun. So,
Got you.
how about you? Did you have a favorite?
You know, I think it's weird. I was just going through in the first one, like just starting from our most recent and going down. The first one that's stuck out to me is the one that we did about that new Kendrick Lamar movie that they're producing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I really liked that episode.
I think that was a good one too, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a good episode. I don't know why it just like like you were saying, out of our most recent ones, like I think that one is like
for sure.
That one definitely sticks out to me. Going back, I think I also really liked, this was what, 7 months ago, episode 26, or when we talked about the Certified Lover Boy rollout.
Oh,
the cover
yeah.
art came out.
Yeah.
I had fun with that episode.
That was really fun. I had a lot of fun making the thumbnail for that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Photoshopping us on the pregnant bods. That was funny.
That was a good one. Also, I really like the Shang-Chi being an experiment. Episode 24.
That was a good one too. Yeah, I think we had a lot of like really poignant stuff to say on that.
Yeah,
one.
I think we had a lot of good stuff to say with that one.
What's your least favorite episode?
My least favorite episode?
It's hot take time. We're gonna dish on our own fucking show.
Okay, let me go through. I wish I could like think about. I remember there was one episode that I would just like really wanted to be done with because I had to drive home. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I don't remember which one it was, but yeah.
But I like texted you and I was like, I gotta get going, man. Like,
yeah.
So I was just like really like antsy the whole time. I can't remember, but it was like, I want to say an earlier episode, maybe. I think, you know what? It might have been, was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale? Maybe.
I don't know. That one kind of looks like it ends abruptly because it's exactly 2 hours and some change. So it might have been that one.
But as far as worst episodes,
I think
man.
honestly, probably my least favorite is are these music festivals actually worth your money? Like it was kind of fun to do, but it felt very like we're really grasping at straws for that one.
Yeah, that one I do remember. That one was a while ago.
That was one of the early ones.
Oh, you know what episode I also really liked is the one that we did, the Only You.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a long. Jesus, that was a 3-hour long.
Holy shit, that was 3 hours.
Yeah,
what?
That was wild.
What? Wild, hold on. Wild. Oh, it's because we had like 5. Oh, we had 5 topics. Because we talked about the Only You. We talked about our blend playlist. Hip hop Mount Rushmore of the 2010s, the J. Cole album, and the Olivia Rodrigo album. Okay. I feel like that might have been after a break.
Okay. And that you know what? I think one of my least favorite is the Machine Gun Kelly new movie. I don't know why. Like I'm looking back. One, like I am very much like I don't like I will talk about things that I dislike, but I don't like enjoy talking about things that make like people that I don't like as much. Like I don't get as much joy from talking about something or someone that I don't like as much as like talking about something that I do like.
Right.
So like I think that one I was kind of like
negativity drives engagement, Noah.
It does. It's what the people want. It's what the people want.
But no, I feel that too. And then also
we talked about Fantano's new 10, which I guess was like, you know, something worth talking about.
It was a big internet thing.
It was a big internet thing. But looking back, I'm like, yeah,
we didn't have
like, did we need to talk? But
we
I mean, we talked about Loki episode 5, which was maybe a good episode. I can't recall, but
yeah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode.
That was fine.
I remember that.
But yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, exactly. We're done gushing about our own podcast. They've definitely already skipped through at this point. But
oh yeah,
we're here. Let's talk about what we actually want to talk about today. Awards season. We did last week. Talked about the Oscars and all that happened with that. We're putting that to bed. No one wants to hear about that anymore. All right. No. But the Grammys just happened this past weekend. So we're going to touch on that. We're going to give our thoughts on all the winners. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump straight into that.
Right in.
Yeah. So pretty easy. We're just going to go over essentially the categories that we really care about. The ones that we're like, not too, at least either not too well versed in or just generally don't care that much about, we'll gloss over. But we're going to start with Best Music Film going to Summer of Soul.
Questlove.
My man.
We love Questlove around here.
Exactly. That's a good one. We talked about last week when he won that Oscar, so.
Right. Good. I mean, the only other person that I would have really wanted is like Bo Burnham, but
yeah.
I mean, I think he won a Grammy for something else.
I don't know. We'll find out. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of the lower tier awards.
Oh, gotcha.
I really only caught a lot of the more highlight ones. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
Best music video goes to Jon Batiste, Freedom. And honestly, I feel like we should have reviewed what we thought was going to be prior to this, but
right. I think we did in our nomination episode, but
yeah. No, but I'm saying we should have reviewed that before we started this episode.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not mad about it. I've been talking about this album for a minute.
That is one thing. That you can say. Like you've been talking about this album since before.
I've been new.
You've been the one. You've been champ.
Exactly. This is my moment. Noah always has these moments. This is my moment right now.
I do. You're ahead of the curve. I do have my ahead of the curve moment. But with this one, you were really big brain.
I was there. But it would have been cool to see it go to Montero. That was a really great music video. Aside from that, I mean, yeah, I can't really say that any of the other music videos. The Good For You music video is fun, but
yeah, it's a cool video. I would say like, the Freedom video I do like. I mean, it's just like, John's just like He's just having a good time.
Yeah.
Know, with like people in the city, which is like always, those music videos are always a good time.
Those are always killers.
But I probably would have wanted it to go to Montero. But
yeah, I am feeling a little more partial to that as a music video.
As a music video, yeah.
Certainly. But hey, not mad about it at all.
John Batiste is someone like you cannot, like you can't be mad at him for winning. Like he's just a genuinely nice person.
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that later.
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
I've got some things to say on that. We'll get to that in a bit.
Me too.
Best contemporary classical. Again, we're not huge classical, but Shaw Narrow Sea takes the win. Congrats.
Sure.
We're just skip the classical and chamber and opera and orchestra. We got this. Producer of the year, classical, choose Sherman. That's cool, right? We're going to keep.
Sure.
Here we go. Best immersive audio album, Alicia Keys. I don't know that we necessarily looked at this category all that much.
And also, what does that mean?
What does that mean exactly? Yeah.
Best immersive audio album? Like.
And Fine Line also was nominated. So I'm trying to think about what the common thread between the two is.
Let's see. Best immersive audio album means. I was just looking it up real quick to see what it says. Driven by the technological side of music evolution. It used to be called Best Surround Sound Album. So I'm guessing it's just the album that sounds best, like when you're immersed in it fully. I guess this is a
best Dolby digital album.
Okay,
or some
awarded
shit.
for best quality albums recorded and or mixed in surround sound.
Okay, so that's it. It's just for surround sound mixing.
Yeah, I mean, sure, cool. Alicia Keys, go for it.
Go Alicia Keys, I suppose. Best remix recording. Passengers, the Mike Shinoda remix. Sure.
Nice. I didn't have a horse in this race, but
yeah, me neither. Moving on, producer of the year, Jack Antonoff. No.
Who's shocked? I'm not shocked.
I'm not.
Here's the thing. He was putting in work.
He was putting in work, but so was Hit Boy. So was Hit Boy.
And Hit Boy got his Grammy last year.
He did, but he put in work
Jack
this
Antonoff,
year too.
I'm sure he's gotten producer of the year before, so this isn't his.
Exactly.
His
and
first
I don't really like a lot of his style.
But here's the thing. He did the Lord album, he did the Claro album, he did the Lana Del Rey album.
Here, by the way, still not
you
winning
said what?
in my book. Not winning in my book.
Well,
with those.
You know what?
The Claro being the best of that.
The Claro album was good. And musically, it was good. You didn't
I just wasn't feeling it that much. I haven't gone back to it, to be fair, but I wasn't feeling it all that much. Right. But of those three that you mentioned, it is my favorite. So
okay,
there you go. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Jack Antonoff. I'm not a fan.
That's fair. He makes a very specific type of music.
Yeah, exactly. So hey, that is. I would have gone for Hit Boy, but hey,
I would have loved Hit Boy too.
To each their own. Best engineered album, non-classical, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Love for Sale. This one's been getting a lot of recognition, so hey, good for them. Would have been cool to see it go to Yeba, even though I didn't maybe necessarily love that album that much. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Also, one that I actually did enjoy that I didn't even realize was nominated, Cinema by the Marias. That I did enjoy that one, so that would have been.
I've heard a lot of good things about them.
Pretty cool. I did really enjoy that one quite a bit. So
yeah,
would have been nice. But hey, go Lady Gaga, I suppose. She definitely needs more Grammys.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I actually don't have any clue how many Grammys she has. But
I'm pretty sure she's got a bunch. But
maybe.
Who knows? Best historical album, the Joni Mitchell Archives. Best album notes, the complete Louis Armstrong Columbian RCA Victor Studio Sessions 1946 to 1966. Best box or special limited edition package. Wow. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you got it out.
All Things Must Pass 50th Anniversary Edition won. This is interesting. I didn't even know they had a sort of
Yeah, like a
packaging
packaging.
award.
Yeah, I've heard about that category.
Yeah,
And I
it's
do
cool
see,
that
like,
Swimming in Circles was nominated. Yeah, I was just about to say that's cool.
Yeah. You know,
but
I
yeah.
actually just almost picked that up
Really?
last week. Because, or maybe earlier this week. I
Mhm.
can't recall when it was, because I was looking at getting Circles,
Yeah.
right, on vinyl because I don't have it, and I didn't realize like it's hard to get that album now.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I was like, literally just came out. Like it literally just came out.
Came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, and so like I went on, like trying to find it. It wasn't anywhere. I went on Discogs, and there was like $80 was like the cheapest one.
Jesus. Yeah, I feel like the
what?
box set's been the easy way to get it now.
So I was like, if I'm gonna pay $80, like the box set was like 75 or maybe 100. So I was like,
I would say check local record stores because I've seen it.
But you know what? I'm happy I didn't pounce on that because literally just yesterday, it got posted that there was a Target restock.
Oh, okay, cool. Target's been doing a lot of restocks lately.
Yeah, but I did almost pick that up because it looks really dope.
It does look really cool. I definitely have thought about it. But I mean, I already own Circles, so I'm not too pressed on getting it.
Right.
Necessarily. But best recording package, Pick Lang wins. Best arrangement, instrument and vocals, To the Edge of Longing, edit version by Vince Mendoza. Wow, best arrangement, instrumental or acapella, Meta Knight's Revenge. Is this like the Kirby Meta Knight? There's no way.
It could be. I mean, maybe. No I don't know. But
hold on. Now I need to check this out. Oh yeah, Lindsay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Is this actually the Kirby Meta Knight? I need to find out. Oh my god, that's so great. It is.
It is? Wow.
It is. That's awesome.
Grammy for Kirby.
Go Kirby. Go Kirby, go. Best instrumental composition, Eberhard Lyle Mays. Best song written for visual media. We're getting into.
Yeah, that's right.
We're getting into the categories. All Eyes on Me from Bo Burnham's Inside. Of these, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was about to say it's that one.
Yeah, it's that one. Agatha All Along was cool.
It was cool. It was a moment, but I think
All Eyes on Me. Yeah,
and everyone's like really like over that now because it got like super played out. But like, I feel like we can all admit like it was a really creative special.
No, it really was.
Really good special. We all liked it when it came out. Like, we may be annoyed with it now because people ran it into the ground. But
and it got normified.
Yeah, but it was like a genuinely good and smart special.
Yeah, for sure. So congrats to that.
Great job on Bo. He's halfway to EGOT now.
Yeah.
He got a Grammy from Inside, and now he's got this.
I will say, I've been seeing a lot of people, because a lot of people this past year have gotten, quote, halfway to an EGOT. And I saw a tweet that said, never forget that halfway to an EGOT is insanely far from an EGOT.
That is very true. That is very true.
So far. Because especially, and I feel like there's a lot of people are saying there's a very specific way that halfway can be really close. And it's if one of the two is a Tony. If one of the two is a Tony, you're so close.
You're there.
You're
so
legit already there. But if it's an Oscar and a Grammy, those are kind of like the two easiest ones to get.
Yeah, the Grammy, I think, I would say is the easiest to get.
Is the easiest. The Oscar is...
The Oscar and the Emmys are definitely harder than the Grammy.
What do you think is harder, an Emmy or an Oscar? Says two guys with no words, by the way. You think an Oscar is harder? That makes sense. I feel like there's more categories for...
Yeah, Emmys have a lot of categories. There's creative arts Emmys. There's like... Yeah, there's so many... There's a lot of Emmys categories.
Yeah.
Whereas the Oscars like don't have a lot outside of like... We do see most of the awards televised for Oscars. Like, so... And there are very few that aren't. So, yeah. I think it's definitely easier to get an Emmy.
Yeah, it's
So if you get
definitely
that's why Bo Burnham, like, he's got the
Grammys,
Emmy, Grammy.
Oscar.
It's probably gonna stop there,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's still very respectable. I mean, like,
No,
EGOT
for
is
sure. It's
wild
a
for
very
anyone to have.
wild goal to achieve. But I mean, I think it's not out of the question for Bo to do something on Broadway. It's not entirely out
that's
of the
his lane.
question.
I mean, it's not out of the question, but I don't
yeah.
think it's his lane.
I think of a lot of the people who have potential to EGOT, he's one of the more promising ones. Like, a lot of people are talking about Billy being halfway. I don't think that's happening.
But the Tony, no.
Yeah, that's not.
It's, you always have to say, can they get a Tony?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like Gambino, like Donald Glover.
Yeah,
I don't see him ever getting there because he can't do the Tony. He could do all the others. I mean, he already has. He has the EG too.
Yeah.
And he could get the O, but he's never gonna get a Tony. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. Who knows? I mean, we'll see. I think there's definitely a shot. It's gonna be me though. I'm gonna be the next EGOT, of course.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. But yeah, all eyes on me. Shouts out to Bo. Good job with that.
Boom.
Best score soundtrack for visual media was a tie. We saw quite a few ties this year. And by quite a few, I think
couple.
it's just 2.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like,
listen, that's 2 more than I thought there would be.
Yeah, that is
Soul
true.
and The Queen's Gambit. I still haven't seen The Queen's Gambit. I know I need to have. I know.
It was a moment.
It is.
But you know what? You know what? I never
radar
watched Tiger King, so I feel like that's like
that was a moment.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like I'm a better person having not seen it.
No, you probably are. They're doing that Peacock show of it, and I think that's the most disgusting thing.
It looks really bad.
It looks terrible, and I have no desire. Like, Peacock, you're doing good things with a lot of these other shows, and then you're just like, you just shit the bed with that. But it's Queen Gambit is as good as everyone else says.
I have people are kind of, weird about the tie. Like, how's there a tie? Look, I'm cool with the 2 people get to go home.
Honestly, ties, I love it. I think it should be more often.
Yeah.
I mean,
granted,
for
if
like
you just
bigger
have ties
awards
all the time.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Then
but I think there's a lot of situations where it's valid and it works. I think individual song categories is a really good place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this works. A lot of the lower, quote unquote, lower tier awards, not the big
maybe
main
not
awards
year,
that people. Yeah, no. If they did a tie for album of the year, that would be ridiculous, unacceptable. But it's cool. And like I was trying to say, if the Queen's Gambit is as good as everyone else is saying, I'm sure the score is fantastic, and Soul too.
Right.
So there you go.
Soul score.
Dune was also nominated. Would have been cool, but I don't think it's really touching either of these.
He's got an Oscar. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Would have been cool to see Ludwig go for the Mandalorian, but he's got
that would have been
Grammys
cool.
too. So
he I don't think he needs any more.
He doesn't need it.
Best compilation soundtrack for visual media: United States versus Billie Holiday, 100 Day. At least it wasn't Dear Evan Hansen. That's all I could say.
But you know what? There is a SZA song on that Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack that is pretty nice.
It is, but it is weighed down by the fact that it is in the Dear Evan
but it's
Hansen
on that
soundtrack.
Yeah, that definitely.
That doesn't really help it all that much.
Not at all.
Moving on, best musical theater album, the unofficial Bridgerton musical. Wow,
which is wild.
Here we go. All right, best comedy album goes to Louis C.K. Yep.
This made me so. Especially like.
No one can bitch about cancel culture.
Exactly.
No one can bitch about cancel. Man's won a Grammy.
Y'all literally the week before wanted to be like, oh my gosh, if this is how we're treating comedy, comedy is dead. Louis C.K. just won a Grammy.
It's just
like,
this is insane to me.
What?
And like,
Louis C.K. in 2022?
In the year of our Lord, 2022.
I hate to be the person that's like, oh my God, it's 2022. I can't believe this. But like, seriously?
Yeah. Like, when did everything come out about him? Like, that was 2019.
Dude, that was like literally when like Me Too first popped off, which was maybe like
2017. 18.
Yeah, I think it might have been 2018.
Yeah.
Like,
that is insane.
Seriously? that's really what we're on? Like, yeah, no, like I don't want like y'all are so don't open your mouth to speak about cancel culture and comedians and comedy is we can't say like I don't. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
And like
god.
we said this last week, like at the end of the
Yeah,
day, you're not silenced, but freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences.
exactly. So
That's just it.
but sure, yeah.
That's
Let's give
wild.
Louis C.K. a
Fuck
Grammy.
it, right? Whatever. Best spoken word album, Don Cheadle. Carry
You
on
know what's
reflections
so
for a
funny?
new generation from
To me,
John
this
Lewis.
feels like a also Don Cheadle just won a Grammy over Barack Obama, which is something that I feel like,
That
you should be
that's kinda
proud
wild.
of. I feel like
That's
this is
kinda
another
wild.
one of those things where like how he was nominated for the Emmy, where he's like, I want a Grammy. I didn't even know I was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah,
Like that seems like one of those things.
that's so wild.
But it's
Is
so
he?
hilarious.
Does he have an Oscar?
No. He might have an
No.
Emmy. He may have an Emmy, but I
I was
don't
gonna say
believe he
because
has
if
an
he does,
Oscar.
we're getting there,
Nah.
man. Don Cheadle EGOT. That's
Hey.
it. That is who I'm campaigning for EGOT. Don Cheadle.
That's your campaign. You
Yeah.
know who I'm campaigning for? Well, I don't know if it could happen. Brian Tyree Henry. I would love to see Brian Tyree, and he's already
Yes.
done Tony. I believe he's been nominated for a Tony actually. So
Yes.
he's like, he could do it. And in my opinion, he should already have an Emmy and an Oscar.
Yeah. No, I agree.
In my opinion, Emmy for Atlanta, obviously. Oscar for If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yes.
And then he could have gotten a Tony off of that, and then boom,
Three-fourths of the way
an
there.
audio
Like, come
book.
on. Yeah, exactly. Or fuck it, do a comedy album, right?
Or do a comedy album.
Just beat
If we're
Louis
giving-
C.K.
Yeah.
Just fucking giving it to Louis C.K. I mean, like, yeah, I guess the competition probably wasn't that stiff. Not to say that I've heard any of these comedy albums.
No, but I mean, Kevin Hart's there. And I mean, Kevin Hart's not great either, but he's definitely better than Louis C.K.
Yeah, if we have to compare them, right?
If we have to, yeah.
Yeah, but hey,
whatever.
Yeah,
we're here.
Go Don Cheadle. I'm campaigning for Don Cheadle for EGOT, man. We're doing it. Best children's album. We don't listen to children's music, but A Colorful World by Followins. Global Music. Mohabbat Arouj Aftab wins for global music performance. Glow album. Mother Nature Angelique Kidjo wins. Reggae album. Okay, here's one.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one. I saw that.
Beauty in the Silence by Soja. Soja is a white reggae band.
Wild. Sean Paul's right there.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just funny. This is like the whole fucking. Did we ever end up? We did talk about the Dua Lipa thing on the podcast, right?
Yeah. We did talk about it.
Like, oh, dude, white reggae bands coming out of the woodwork, man. That's so fucking crazy.
They said our time is now.
It must be. It must
time
be
is now.
Best regional roots. Kalani. Yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna mess that one up.
I was gonna mess it up. Kalani Peya. I really hope that's right.
Yeah.
Best folk album. All right. I actually didn't look at this category, but I've been getting into folk music lately.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They're Calling Me Home. Nope, not familiar with this one, but cool. Congrats.
Oh, I thought that's why you really made an emphasis, because you really had something to say about this guy.
No, that was just saying that was the winner.
All right, cool.
Best Contemporary Blues, 662. Crystal Kingfish Ingram.
I'm very happy about this, because granted, he is the only person that I'm actually really familiar. Like, I've heard of the Black Keys, but I can't say I've really ever listened to them. But Kingfish is super dope. I saw him live, actually.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he opened for Vampire Weekend a couple years ago, and I was like, this dude is dope. Like, I went and listened to some of his music after, because I was like, he's just amazing. So yeah, super happy. And he's a really small artist. Like,
nice.
Maybe his fan base has grown since, but no, it is super dope that he got this. He's a really talented guy. Yeah.
That's good to hear. Best traditional blues. I'd be trying Cedric Burnside. Best Bluegrass Album, My Bluegrass Heart, Bella Fleck. Best Americana Album, Native Sons, Los Lobos. Best American Roots Song, Cry, John Batiste, and Steve McEwen.
Were you into YOLO, right?
Which one? Yola? No? Yes. I just saw that was there. And I heard two of these. I heard Outside Child by Allison Russell, which was really good. And I was into the Stand For Myself Yola record. I didn't even notice that. To be honest, I was looking at just the winners there because I figured it was going to pass that. But that would have been dope for her to win. I have a signed insert when I got that record too.
She's nominated for the American Roots one too.
You hate to see it, but this track.
But it did go to John Batiste.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal song, so can't blame.
Yeah,
and it also wins best performance. Again. Exactly. Night Flyer by Allison Russell though is a good track too, so that would have been cool. Yeah. Best tropical Latin album, Soul Swing, which not familiar, but cool. Yeah. Cool. Regional Mexican music album, parentheses including Tejano, a mis 80s, Vicente Fernandez. Oh, that is a name that I'm familiar with.
Oh, Natalia Lafourcade was nominated too.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Very cool. Best Latin rock, Origen from Juanes.
You know what? I actually have heard one of these albums from C. Tangana.
Yeah.
It was actually really good.
Oh, nice.
It's actually a really, really great album. Obviously, nice. I can't speak to any of those other ones, but yeah.
I mean, hey, that's the one you know. You gotta vouch for it. But that's cool. I was
gonna ride for it.
That's cool. Best Música Urbana album goes to Bad Bunny, El Último Tour del Mundo. Again, these are all very familiar names. I'm kind of surprised. I guess like it makes sense because this album was a lot more focused on that. But Caliuchis was nominated too. J Balvin, Karol G. A lot of people have been really gunning for that Bad Bunny record, so I'm not really surprised.
And it's Bad Bunny,
that.
you know.
Yeah, it's Bad Bunny. It's gonna happen. Best Latin Pop, Mendo, Alex Cuba. Best Roots Gospel album, My Savior, Carrie Underwood. That's wild.
Carrie Underwood.
That's wild.
Jesus, take
it from my hand. Best Contemporary Christian Music Album, Old Church Basement, Elevation Worship. How are you feeling on that, Noah? How are you feeling
It's
on that?
wild. I did not expect, like I saw this category and then I just looked at everyone nominated and I was like, the fact that I know every single person nominated in this category.
I know
me so uncomfortable.
A couple. I know Carrie Job. I'm familiar with her.
Like
none
Israel
of these.
A New Breed. Like my dad would play that. Like he had the CD and would play it in the car.
That's wild. That one's like vaguely familiar, but Elevation Worship is like a big name. So I guess.
Yeah. No, I know all of these people.
Didn't Kanye win this last year or the year before?
Whenever Jesus is King was.
Yeah, right.
Popping. Yeah. Maybe 2 years ago, I think.
Maybe.
No, maybe last year.
Yeah. But hey, go Elevation Worship, I suppose.
There you
Best
go.
Gospel Album, Believe for It, CeCe Winans. Dope. Contemporary Christian Performance also goes.
Franklin had a song with Lil Baby?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't hear we went?
I did not hear about that.
Yeah.
That's wild. Lil Baby.
And Her is on here too. I'm surprised Grammy darling Her didn't win.
That is true. They love her.
They love her. She got some love this year too. No matter what, she's gonna win a Grammy every year, which is just insane. She is beloved.
And by the whatchamacallit, by the Oscars too.
Oh yeah. Her for EGOT.
I don't know if she can act, but
I mean, did she not win something at the Oscars this past year?
No, for a song, like original song.
Yeah, but that's an Oscar.
Yeah, but I'm saying when we get to Tony.
Oh, for Tony. She could. Is there not music categories for the Tonys? I legit don't watch the Tonys.
I mean, no, I'm sure there is, but I don't know that she would participate, you know.
I guess she could write something maybe,
could
but
write.
CeCe Winans cleaning up in the gospel category, winning best gospel performance / song with Never Lost. Best Latin jazz going to Mirror Mirror. Best large jazz ensemble for Jimmy, Wes, and Oliver. Best jazz instrumental, Skyline. Best jazz vocal album, songwrites, Apothecary Lab. Best improvised jazz solo, Humpty Dumpty Set 2. Sad that it couldn't go to John Batiste, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Best new age, Divine Tides. Best traditional R&B performance, Fight for You. Her. There you go. She got her flowers in this category.
She got her moment.
Exactly. And she's always gonna win. Apparently, it is a bit of a shame. That Leon Bridges and Robert Glasper track is really great, and
Yeah.
the Yeba and Lucky Day track is really good too. So it's kind of a shame, and obviously John Batiste too, as well.
Right.
Would have loved to have seen it go to either of those, but it was bound to go to her, right?
Right.
Best progressive R&B album. Lucky Day does take this one with Table for Two.
Right.
I may not have loved that record as much, and I probably would have. I know you were really into the Mood Valiant when you were telling me about that.
Yeah, I was. I did like the hype.
Yeah, I did really like Dinner Party Dessert and Studying Abroad from Masego.
Yeah.
Those would have been dope wins. But I mean I'm happy for Lucky Day. That's really dope for him.
It's definitely cool. Lucky Day is getting something. I think it would have been a lot more deserved for like his most recent album.
Oh yeah, no.
Over this. And also the thing is like I do love the Hiatus Coyote album, but I struggle with, because I mean they're a white band, right? So like they make great music, but I can't in good faith like, you know, really root for this white neo soul group to win like over black people in this category. So like but I would have loved to see Dinner Party Dessert get it because come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
But sure, Lucky Day literally can't be mad. Like
exactly. No. But also, all I'm saying is, if Soulja can win in reggae, then
I mean, hey, it could have happened, and I would have probably just kept my mouth shut because I would have been like, you know what, this album was on my year-end list. I can't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. So hey, best country. All right, not doing this. I will say, was there one that I was feeling? There's like one country song that I liked. Or I guess it's more folk, but and it was in the what's that show? You. It was in that show You. I lied. I forgot Lord Huron. That was I did really like that. I can't say I haven't tried country music. Just like a lot of the modern country is just blech. Well, the Casey Musgraves one would have been fine. Camera Roll is probably one of the few songs off that album that I would have taken for performance.
Kind of
Yeah, exactly. And I gave it a shot. Okay, but Camera Roll, probably would.
I mean, even honestly, as a Casey Musgraves fan, the album was like, yeah.
Anyway, moving along. Best melodic rap performance: Hurricane by Kanye West.
And you know what? The one thing about this category, all good songs here. There are all these songs are good.
They're all good songs. Pride is the Devil is a good song. Need to Know by Doja Cat, good song. Industry Baby, What's Your Name? Come on.
And you know what?
Any of these would have been a semi-valid win. Although, I mean, I think probably my least favorite to win would be Pride is the Devil. Although that Lil Baby feature is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
think you know who I would have really wanted for this. I'm pretty sure I said this in the when we talked about the
you would have said
nominations,
Doja Cat, wouldn't you?
I would have said Doja Cat.
I know
when that song came out, it had me saying some wild stuff. You probably remember when I was.
No, I remember you said some shit that like she's the best out right now, and I
did. It's so good. And if we're talking best rap performance, I think
melodic rap performance.
I think she gives the best performance on that song out of all these nominees.
Listen,
now
I'm not
the
gonna
Young
tell
Boy
you
feature.
No.
That's some competition right there.
Exactly.
Industry Baby is also very, very good. Like if it had gone to Industry Baby, I would have been so happy.
Yeah.
But I think my personal choice, if I had to choose one that I think truly gave the best performance, it would be Need to Know Doja Cat. I think that's maybe her best performance on any song she's ever released.
I don't know. I can see why you say that. I'm still a little more partial to What's Your Name, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock your perspective on that. I think that it is a good performance, and it's certainly grown on me a lot since its release. I will say though, it does come up on the radio quite a bit, which can be obnoxious.
I could see that. I just think it's a very emotive performance and like showcases really her talents as a rapper. Like,
I mean, all I'm saying is, did you hear from a friend of a friend?
That dick was 10 out of 10.
There you go. Moving on, best rap album. Tyler wins with "Call Me If You Get Lost." I'm not mad about this. It was obviously my favorite of this category. Nas for King's Disease 2. I mean, back to back would have been like, whoa, wild. But King's Disease 2.
That's why I almost didn't know if Tyler was gonna get it.
Oh yeah, no. But I mean, King's Disease 2, in my opinion, is better than the first.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, I wouldn't have been entirely mad about that. I would have thrown hands if CLB won. And also, listen, not to be fucked up or anything, but if the off-season won, I would have been pissed off as well.
Right.
Because, like...
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if Donda won, I think I would have understood that.
Yeah, it would have made sense.
Rap albums, like, he kind of assembled the Avengers on that album.
He really did. That, so, like, endgame level Avengers, he got everyone on that shit. Especially the deluxe when we get Life of the Party. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because that's nominated for Album of the Year. And we've talked about this before, but giving people recognition in categories where they're not nominated in other categories. So, yeah, Donda's up for Album of the Year and should be, I mean, by that logic, best rap album if it qualifies for Album of the Year. But they gave it to Tyler, which, again, I'm not mad about. I prefer the Tyler. It would have been dope to see Tyler nominated for Album of the Year, though, because Call Me If You Get Lost is really great.
And I think his day for that is coming. I really do.
Someday, it is starting to feel like they're sort of just relegating him to the best rap category.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think they'll have to do something that is just like.
I feel like he did that with Igor, though, but it's like,
I think he can go higher.
He can, but I just think that would, if it was going to be an Album of the Year contender, it would have been that one. It
would have been that one, yeah.
Just because it's so, like, diverse and varied and just stylistically just mwah.
No, yeah, definitely. You're definitely right about that.
Yeah. But not mad about this win. Congrats to Tyler, Grammy number 2. Loving it. Back to back. Well, not back to back, but of his releases.
Back to back for his his releases. Yeah.
Exactly. Best rap song goes to Jail. That's cool. I like Jail.
I don't like
not the is this the one that has I guess this is technically
that better not be the one. No, it's featuring Jay-Z.
Yeah, I don't see and I don't know what the baby's government name is, so it's baby. Just duh and baby.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least it's not Jail Part 2. That would have been devastating.
I guess.
But
I'm not a big Jail.
Family Ties
is right there.
My Life is cool
but,
too.
You know, we'll get to Family Ties, but
Family Ties.
But Best Friend also.
Best Friend.
You know, I'm a big Best Friend fan. That song was actually
is cool too.
My number 6 song of last year on my Spotify.
Exactly.
I was a big fan.
Big fan. But hey, Family Ties picks up Best Rap Performance, which of course it was going to.
Especially with the nominees. Come on.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean,
Up come out 2 years ago?
Up
is an old ass song.
Might be. You know the Grammy rules. And also because remember they got pushed back.
Yeah. I get that.
Like, I feel like these nominations came out so ago.
Yeah, I really did feel like that. But I mean, My Life was cool. Listen,
My Life is just a lot Part 2.
It is plus Moray, but I mean, it's good Part 2. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it was of
Way Too
these. It was gonna be
Sexy?
Family Ties.
I fuck with Way Too Sexy.
I like it in a semi-ironic way. Like it's fun. I have a really good
Yeah.
time with that song.
I
But yeah,
just
of these,
like
it's
it,
Family Ties. It's
and
like no one else is gonna win this.
yeah,
That would have been
Yeah.
insane. But shout out Baby Keem. Good stuff.
so dope to see him get a
Exactly.
Grammy.
Very happy with that. Best R&B album is another example of getting recognition in a category when you're not nominated. Further, Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan wins, which I am
Right.
not mad about in the slightest.
Definitely
Obviously, it took me some time to get with the program about it.
I know you did.
But honestly, I really enjoy all of these albums aside from the Her one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have been fine with any of them. I do think the Snow Allegra one, I'm more partial to Ugg Those Feels Again as compared to Temporary Highs. I loved obviously, and Gold Digger Sound I really enjoyed too. So
Mhm, mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
would have been fine going either way. But very happy that Jasmine Sullivan
Very
took that home.
Finally getting a Grammy. It's her first.
Exactly, which is insane
It's wild.
to me. But best R&B song goes to Leave the Door Open. I mean, listen, Pick Up Your Feelings would have been dope. Heartbreak Anniversary would have been dope. I feel like I was gunning harder for Heartbreak Anniversary because that was my shit.
And Good Days. Good Days.
I'm just still,
You don't like Good Days?
Good Days is fine.
What?
Just especially after that first mix, I was just like, it's okay.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
I still remember. I can't forget. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fine song. I think. What didn't Hit Different come out after Good Days?
Hit Different came out before Good Days.
Oh, it came out before. Well, that's a better single.
It is personally in my mind a better single.
Exactly.
But they're both great. But Leave the Door Open is better than everything else here, in my opinion. And that's still my favorite Silk Sonic single, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really dig Smoking Out the Window. And if I'm
I-
going off of songs, then After Last Night is really hits. But singles specifically,
Yeah.
I'm really digging Smoking Out the Window. Not gonna lie.
That's what people say, but I don't know. Like I love that song, but something about like I will never forget like the way
Leave the Door Open was a
hit.
moment.
It was like hearing that song for the first time. And here's the thing: everyone is like kind of over Silk Sonic at this point, which is understandable. Like these
Yeah.
songs got beaten to death, specifically this one.
Oh yeah, no, this one.
But for me, I have kind of because I really so much I miss because I'm not on TikTok. Like this song didn't get played out for me because I didn't hear it at any other time than when I chose to listen to it.
See,
so, like-
and like I feel like I personally played this one out a lot. But-
Yeah, for sure.
And this one honestly didn't get overplayed on TikTok that much. At least for my
Really?
For You page.
I heard people were really
Smoking Out the
irritated.
Window got played to oblivion. To be
Wow.
fair, it's a lot more meme worthy. Because of this bitch line, like
Right.
that is way more meme worthy. So more
sure.
people were using it. But I don't know. I mean, I definitely think that Leave the Door Open was a moment, and I'm not mad about it winning. But I do love both Pick Up Your Feelings and Heartbreak Anniversary.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Exactly. And also, the fucking crazy thing is that all these nominations for Silk Sonic are legit just for Leave the Door Open. They're
Yeah.
going to be at the Grammys again next year.
Yeah.
for the
And you have to
album.
remember they literally performed at the Grammys last year.
Yeah.
That's
they're-
how long their rollout was. Is that they were able to spread this out amongst
three
Grammys.
Grammys, which is absolutely insane to me. They better release something new in between now and then, though, at least to
And
have something for the Grammy. Like a single. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about dropping a new project. We have An Evening with Silk Sonic. It's fine.
right.
Just a single or something, at least.
And you know what's wild? I don't know if you saw a statistic, but well, first Silk Sonic won every Grammy they were nominated.
Oh yeah, no, they took
Um,
everything home.
And also Bruno Mars has never lost a Grammy.
He's never lost.
Out of 14 nominations, he has won all 14 Grammys he's ever been nominated.
I did see that one too, which is insane. Shout out my cousin Bruno. All right,
He only makes hits.
he does. That's the cousin, man. I forgot for the longest time that he's Filipino. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, it was just like for the longest time, and then I
Right.
remembered and I was like, oh yeah, I'm still working on that comprehensive list, by the way.
Right.
Still working on it. But
Together.
yeah, they did pick up everything, especially in this tie here. Best R&B performance, Leave the Door Open and Pick Up Your Feelings. Not mad about the tie. Not mad about the tie at all. Both fantastic songs.
Right.
Love it. Pick Up Your Feelings. Mwah. Very happy I got
song.
recognition for that. So not mad about the tie. I'm with it. Best alternative music album, Daddy's Home, St. Vincent. Honestly, I would have only been mad if the Halsey album won. I did enjoy all of these albums. I really enjoyed the Arlo Parks, Japanese Breakfast, the Fleet Foxes one I even enjoyed too, and that St. Vincent one. I legit would have just been mad about the Halsey one.
Right. Pretty good category overall.
Yeah, no, really, really good category. The St. Vincent win makes a lot of sense in my mind. A lot of people love that record. Would have been cool to see it go to Japanese Breakfast, not gonna lie.
Interesting that she didn't get it because she was also nominated for Best New Artist. So it seemed like they were pretty big on that Japanese Breakfast record this year.
Yeah. So. But it was close. She'll get there. Yeah. She'll get there. Okay. That's my goal. Best rock album. I know you're not too into this, but Medicine at Midnight, Foo Fighters. I'm not too happy about this. Not to say that I've listened to any of the other rock albums. Medicine at Midnight was the only one. But, as a pretty long-time Foo Fighters fan, it's just this did not feel like a fantastic record from them.
Yeah.
And I don't think, maybe it's better than the rest of these, which cool, but not for me. Not for me. Best metal performance, The Alien Dream Theater. I know you're not huge on metal, so we'll go ahead and go through that. Foo Fighters takes home another one in Best Rock Song with Waiting on a War. I will say all my favorite songs by Weezer is a really great song, and I would have been pretty happy to see that one win. Weezer put out a lot of music last year, but definitely this one, the OK Human one, was the best one by far. Best rock performance, Foo Fighters once again. They're sweeping rock categories.
They're going for it.
Yeah. I guess. Best contemporary instrumental album, Tree Falls, Taylor Eggsty. Best dance electronic album, Subconsciously, Black Coffee. I'm looking at these. I feel like I've heard maybe a couple of the other ones. I might have heard the Sylvan Esso one.
Yeah, Sylvan Esso was pretty cool. I haven't heard the new one, but
I might have heard maybe some pieces of it. I'm not sure. Best dance electronic recording, Alive, Rufus Du Sol. I did hear that one. I thought that one was pretty fine too.
And I am mad about this category.
Why?
Because James Blake Before EP.
Oh yeah,
is nominated, and in my personal opinion, this Before EP is it's James' best work since like The Color in Anything. Like, it is so good, and he finally is going back to like a very experimental sound on this one.
Right.
And that album is.
Sorry, man.
EP. It's an EP, but it's so good, and that song, it's fine. It's fine.
Maybe next time. It's cool that he's getting the recognition, though. At least.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry,
it's fine. I'm fine.
Best pop vocal album goes to Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. Not surprised by that all that much, honestly.
No, I
didn't even realize Positions was nominated. Damn. The fucking whole thing of the cutoff times is just odd to me, because that feels like it was forever ago. Listen, I'm just happy it didn't go to Justin Bieber. You know?
That's all. The only album I think I prefer over Sour is the Billy, and I like them both. And so I wouldn't even say I like Billy that much more than Sour. So See, and Billy has so many Grammys already.
Yeah, she doesn't need more. Let Olivia come through, get her time in the limelight.
And she literally just got an Oscar last week.
Halfway.
Oh my gosh.
But
it's cool. Olivia, love it.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. I prefer Sour to Happier Than Ever, and I was actually having a conversation with a friend about it the other night. where I was
Mhm.
talking about like just yeah, I don't know what it is like. I enjoyed some of Happier Than Ever, but I much prefer When We All Fall Asleep. It just
Mm.
feels like the more
Yeah,
adventurous album. But
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have surprised me to go other way as long as it just didn't go to Justin Bieber. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best traditional pop vocal album, Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. Getting a lot of
Cool.
recognition this year. Cool. Best pop duo / group performance, Kiss Me More, Doja Cat and SZA. Yeah. What was
Great.
gonna happen?
Both of them finally have Grammys.
Exactly. That's which is great for them. I know Army's really upset that Butter didn't win.
That's fine. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Actually, let me not even speak on that song. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to get.
I'm trying to get
attacked.
less. No, but
They will.
I mean, hey, they will one day. It is only
It's
a matter
inevitable.
of time. It is very inevitable. Best pop solo performance, Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah.
And this also felt a little inevitable. Although in this category, I will say, I would have chosen Billy over only because of the specific songs that they're choosing.
Yeah, I will say probably
Performances,
that track over.
Happier Than Ever. Billy gives
Yeah.
a great performance, especially that second half. Come on. It's so good. So I think I definitely would have given it to Billy over Olivia. And I do.
No,
I
for
don't
sure
even think
for
that
this one
Driver's
specifically.
License is the best single. How did we get no nominations here for Deja Vu?
That's true.
And that's her best song.
Yeah, probably.
It's her best song. I think it's her best song.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've gone back to that album, so I'd have to refresh the memory. But yeah, probably.
I remember.
I know there's a lot of love for Good For You out there. Though,
Good For You is great. People love that one, but real ones, no.
Yeah, I guess so. We're getting into some big awards now. Best New Artist, Olivia Rodrigo takes it. I mean, what? Were we surprised?
Can't be surprised.
Exactly. Would have been cool for it to go to the Underdogs, Japanese Breakfast, Arlo Parks. Would have been dope, but it wasn't gonna.
It seemed like the only person that really probably stood a chance is maybe Phineas.
Baby Keem.
Because over Phineas, though?
Yeah, Baby Keem over Phineas. Baby Keem had a year, dude.
But you also have to think about Phineas and Billy. And they have a lot more star power than Baby Keem.
They do, but I don't know. I think, like, from what I've seen, Phineas's album didn't do too hot.
Yeah, no, not his album. I think him winning this would be because of his relation to Billy and how much.
Which would be stupid.
Which would be stupid, but I mean, especially because they're awarding him as an artist.
Exactly. That's why I don't think it would
But
make
I'm thinking
sense.
you can't think with good logic.
It's the Grammys. I forgot. No,
Exactly.
but it would have been cool to see it go to Baby Keem. But I mean, hey, Baby Keem already won tonight or that night, so good enough.
Arlo Parks would have been really cool.
That would have been really dope. Would have loved to see.
Right.
Song of the year, Leave the Door Open. It was inevitable, right? Driver's License put up a fight. I'll say that much probably. And so did Kiss Me More. Montero would have been really dope, but it was going to be Leave the Door Open. Yeah. It makes sense. And I mean, her didn't get another one, so hey.
There we go.
Go Bruno, the real Grammy darling. Excuse me.
Yes.
Album of the year. This is the one, and now I'm going to rant for an hour because a lot of people were very confused about this. Just because y'all don't know about my man,
wow,
John Batiste. I had it ready. I want it. Just because y'all don't know about my man does not mean you get to talk shit. People have been saying some of the most blasphemous stuff. They've been calling him a nobody, calling him irrelevant. And I'm like, dude, come on.
This happens every time someone that's not like super widely. I remember when
someone that's not Taylor Swift wins.
I remember when Beck won Album of the Year and people were like, what is this album? Who are you? No one even knows who this guy is. Da, da, da. And it's like, yo.
It's like, listen,
so undeserved. It's like, you didn't even.
That is a reflection on you as a consumer.
Yeah.
Who does not know the music.
I can't say that an album is undeserved of winning album of the year if I haven't even heard it.
Exactly.
Right? Like people were like, I haven't heard it, but better than Montero or the Billy? No way. It's like you don't
You haven't
know.
heard it.
You
You don't
literally
know.
can't say that. Like
Exactly. It
doesn't make sense.
Blasphemous.
And it's
People
like,
are saying a lot of really nasty shit about him too.
yeah,
Like people are like, I've seen some shit. People have called him like just some quotation,
yeah.
quote, some random crackhead, which is insanely racist, by the way.
And that doesn't even surprise me. People like,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Exactly.
I just like, he's so, like any interview I ever see with John Batiste, like he seems like such a genuinely nice guy. Like,
oh no, exactly.
Like he's so great, and I'm so happy for him winning this. And like I was just watching the interview he did on Colbert, like after winning these, and he just got married. Like
That's so
he's
great.
just it's just like,
and he put out a great album. Like, come on.
yeah.
Listen, if
good.
you here's the thing.
I don't love it as much
as
as you do, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a bad album. You know?
Exactly.
It's
and
a good album.
Everyone who's like, oh, why didn't it go to such and such and such and such? Give it a chance. And look, listen, we'll bitch about the Grammys all the time and like who we don't think deserve to win. But it's just there's been a really weird reaction to this one.
Right.
Like it's felt really weird.
And also it's just like touch grass.
Yes. It's refreshing for it to not go to Taylor Swift. All right.
Just like, it is. And I'm also just like, I don't know, it's the Grammys. Like, this doesn't matter. Like, it's just back to that award show thing. Like, it's so dope. John Batiste won. But like it's so dope. But like, why are you like, and as an artist, this means a lot to them, right?
Yeah.
Like, it means a lot to them. Why are you sitting at home who's gonna have to get up and go to work tomorrow? Why are you so pressed about this?
Listen, the people who are pressed don't have to go to work tomorrow. Let's be honest. It's
Maybe
probably
like, maybe they don't.
Probably the younger ones.
I'm just like, come on, like get over it. It's the Grammys.
It is, but super happy for him.
Yeah.
Love that. And yes, I did have the vinyl ready just to show off, just for this moment right here. But record of the year goes to Leave the Door Open.
Boom.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They dominated with this song, and just it was surprise to no one,
and not a bad year overall.
No, honestly, this has been of recent one of my most favorite Grammys.
Yeah, like it was good. Personally, I started watching and then I checked out of the show, and then just because I hate about the Grammys as an award show, even more than the Oscars, maybe not more than the Oscars. I really do hate the Oscars as an award show, but they are the worst about their televised awards. Like, they televise maybe 7 or 8 awards. How many? Yeah. We just went through so many. Like, the Grammys are about performances. I don't care. Why are we here? I don't want to watch all these performances. Like, I want to see the winners. I want to see people. These award
shows don't have to be several hours long.
They don't. And that's the thing. This literally started at like 7 and went to 10:30. That is outrageous.
Yeah.
And they gave out 8 awards. Like,
there's
what?
No need for that.
They started off the show with like 3 performances back to back to back. What? So that's why I'm like, I would tune out and tune back in. Thankfully, I tuned back in when Baby Keem was giving his speech. And I got to catch that and Doja. But like, geez, man.
Yeah. Jeez. But of the winners, I'm really not mad about a majority of these. There's like maybe a few that I'm like, probably could have gone elsewhere.
Could have gone someone else. But like, I'm not mad at I like.
Yeah, I'm not there. I don't remember a single moment looking through this where I'm like,
That was just
this
like blasphemous.
did not need to win. Yeah, exactly. Blasphemy.
Yeah.
I can
Like-
legitimately see every reason why.
Yeah. Which is rare.
Exactly. So good job, Grammy.
Good job.
Good job, Mr. Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's that. Real quickly, before we close out, I do want us to touch on Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yes. So since we are recording this one a couple days late, we managed to catch the first 2 episodes of Moon Knight,
Hmm.
and we're gonna give our thoughts on it. We're gonna try to avoid spoilers for the first part, at least.
Right.
But I'm assuming if you care enough about it, you've already seen it by now.
Right.
No, I'm gonna let you go first. What are your opinions on the show thus far?
I'm going first.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's okay.
Okay, right?
I think it's okay. I'm not head over heels about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got potential
Certainly.
and some interesting ideas that they're trying to flesh out here. I think with the first episode, I understand why they needed to create this sense of like
mystery, confusion.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But it did kind of start to get a little annoying.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, every single time something cool is about to happen, we don't get to see it. And it would happen like pretty
Off-screen.
frequently.
Yeah.
Like there would be times where it was like, okay, boom, blackout. Oh my God, I'm back. Boom, blackout. And I'm like, okay, like,
yeah.
you know,
We're missing half the show at that point.
Yeah. And I understand why, you know,
From a storytelling perspective.
from a storytelling
it makes
perspective.
sense.
But as a viewer, it did kind of, it was a little bit frustrating watching that. So that was one thing.
Mm-hmm. And I can agree with that. I will say, just from my personal point of view, after watching the first one, I wish, for one, I know I'm gonna bitch about it later. More episodes. Stop doing six episode series, Marvel.
my God.
Please get over yourself. 2, I wish we would have gotten a 2 episode premiere.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I wish we would have gotten a longer series and a 2 episode premiere, because after watching the first one, you know, I can see why a lot of people who maybe aren't necessarily as familiar with the source material would be extremely and utterly confused and maybe even check out at that point. They'd be like, what the fuck? Because the first episode does leave you with more questions than answers, albeit for a good reason, for the story that they want to tell. But in 6 episodes, you don't have a lot of time to work with those storytelling methods. I think if we would have gotten 10 episodes for this series, thus far after the second one, where we're at, this feels like a 10 episode series.
Yeah, because this is the thing I always think about when we have these 6 episode ones.
Yeah. 2 episodes were a third of the way into the series.
I'm like, okay, next week's is literally halfway through the season.
Exactly.
And every single time we do this with the Marvel shows, we're like, we get halfway and we're like,
we're nowhere near the climax or where we should be halfway in the story. Then they ramp it up in the 4th episode, ramp it up in the 5th episode.
4th episode, they always
6th episode.
4th episode is the one where they always ramp it up.
Yep,
like,
they gotta ramp it up.
Woo!
Ramp it up in the 5th episode. Then we get to the finale. And like, the story concludes how they wanted to, although it would have been really nice to see them flesh it out more and do more with it, because Moon Knight's a very interesting character. And also, I think a bit to its detriment, I started watching Daredevil around about the same time. And I just think the pacing in that show, the way it introduces the character, it's just done better than it is in this series. Like, this is a brand new character you're introducing that people
and they have 13
might
episodes for this,
exactly.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's 13 episodes in the first season. And I'm about halfway done with that, but it just feels much more accurately paced. It goes pretty slow, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm about halfway done with the first season, and I feel like I'm at a really good halfway point,
Right.
And none of the first half felt too forced, too like, oh, we're dragging this on. It felt like we are going at a good pace. The Marvel shows are always doing this wrong.
Right. And they are, and I don't know why they box themselves into the 6-episode thing. No matter what story we're
'Cause it
telling,
saves
we're
money.
gonna put it in a 6-episode box, and it's like you are doing a huge disservice to
Exactly.
every story you're telling by saying, no matter what it is, what it's about, we're gonna do it in 6 episodes. Like,
Yeah, which
doesn't
6
make sense.
episodes can be. Well, how long was Peacemaker? That was only 8, right?
Peacemaker
Was
was
it 10?
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
But just the pacing in that show was done a lot better.
Yeah, it
and
was
hell,
great.
that shows what even an extra 2 episodes will get you. You know?
Right. Yeah.
6 episodes is not enough to tell the full story that it seems
And-
like they want to tell with these.
the story that they want to, because it just seems like maybe they just don't move along fast enough, or I don't know what it is, but it's not.
It just starts
There
off
for
too
me.
slow
Yeah.
because they have to introduce the characters, the world that they reside in. And in this one, they're fighting an uphill battle because these are brand new characters we have never seen before. It's not like
Right.
the previous ones, whereas like, yeah, Loki had a bunch of new characters, but we're rocking with Loki, so
Right.
we know Loki. We
Um,
don't have to spend time necessarily reintroducing his character. WandaVision, same thing. It's Wanda and Vision. Boom.
We know.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know, like these
Right.
ones, these are characters that
And
we
this is
know.
new.
Exactly. This is a brand new character, and it would have just done so much better if we would have gotten a 2-episode premiere. Because
Right.
at the end of episode 2, this feels like the end of episode 1. This
Right.
feels like where episode 1 should have ended, especially if we're doing a 6-episode series.
Yeah. And one of my things with this is also like going to what you were saying about Daredevil. Like, it bothers me a bit just because you know how the MCU, and we talked about this before this came out. You know how the MCU likes to hype up everything, and this is gonna be dark. It's gonna be gritty. It's gonna
It's
be like
it's somewhat in comparison to the other
in
material,
comparison to the other ones. It's a
but
little
it
more.
does not hold a
but, like,
candle to Daredevil.
Come on, like it's not.
And
like
also,
it's fine, but like
It's
okay,
fine,
maybe
and
in
li-
episode 1 it was a little
yeah.
grisly. There was a little bit of blood, but like I'm even
Ooh,
thinking like
blood.
episode 2, like I can't even think of anything that like
There was a lot more comedy in episode 2 going on too. And listen,
Yeah.
not to knock Oscar Isaac because he's doing phenomenal in this role.
he's
doing
doing
great.
he's doing good. He's doing a great. I think the scene in the first episode where he's ordering that steak was really great,
Yes,
and like that was
which
really
is
good
like a
scene.
very oddly mundane scene,
right,
but it works, you know.
work.
But it's just and it sucks. And also like, and I hate to continue to compare it to Daredevil, but since it's, you know, I'm starting them around the same time, it makes sense to compare them. Just Daredevil seems like it has a more, and this is a problem with the MCU in general. Like it has like a stylistic touch to it
Yeah.
that they want to go with, whereas
Mhm.
Moon Knight, and listen, Moon Knight has some of the most stylistic flair of the Marvel series thus far, of the MCU Disney Plus series. Aside from
I'll say
WandaVision,
WandaVision.
yeah, but like I think some of the shots that I've seen, especially in this episode, more I'm like, okay, I can kind of see more
They're-
what
they're
they're
attempting.
doing with. They're attempting it, but it still feels very Marvel at the
And
end
the
of the day.
thing
And
is,
also, oh no, go ahead.
No, in terms of stylistic things, I actually I saw that they were trying to do something different, which I can appreciate on some level, but I also kind of hated some of it, like the scene where, Steven is running away when he's in the whatchamacallit,
The storage unit or the museum?
storage unit,
Oh, really?
and like he's running, and then it does like a slow mo, and then it goes to him running, and then it does like another slow mo, and
Okay,
then it,
yeah, the
like,
slow-mo
does like
was-
a weird freeze frame
Yeah,
at one point. I was like,
yeah, that was weird.
what was that? Like it was really, really weird. Like I was like, what? And it's like I see her doing something stylistic, but also feels like inconsistent if
Yeah.
you're not going to like if you're just gonna do it in random scenes here and there as like opposed to like a stylistic touch throughout the show,
course, yeah.
it just feels really random and thrown in.
I will say I do think like that was one that scene was one that really I felt stood out to me stylistically, at least just from the lighting.
Yeah.
That was one where I was like, okay, I'm feeling, and I think it's just like the strong yellow light. I was like, this is feeling very Daredevil, so I'm rocking with it. You're at least like kind of doing something different here. My biggest gripe is the CGI in this show is some of the most egregious examples of bad CGI in Marvel. And look,
especially in the pilot, I was like, oh.
Yeah, the first episode had terrible CGI. The truck chase scene.
The truck scene was so bad.
It was so bad. And it's like, you couldn't go to, it was in Germany? You couldn't go to Germany? Listen, on one hand, and I think I was talking with some friends about this, and they understood kind of the same thing. This is the sentiment that they were going. On one hand, it's like, yeah, I get it. It's a TV show. It's not going to have the same budget as a movie is.
Yeah.
But also, you got Disney Mickey Mouse pockets that are basically infinite money glitch in real life.
Yeah.
You can afford to go to Germany. Like, you can shoot on location. There's no reason why these green screens need. Exactly. It's like, just like shoot the action scenes there.
So I don't understand.
And listen, and I've seen some stuff online of people saying that, the reason why CGI is used so heavily in the MCU especially is because it is one of the most notoriously ununionized fields in film, and they can be, paid for very cheaply as opposed to, doing it on location with stunt coordinators, things of that sort, which disgusting, obviously. But it's just like, the CG in this show is some of the worst examples of bad CG in Marvel. And like, it makes me want to go back, because everyone's always like, the CG in the Marvel movies is so bad. And yeah, there's some examples you can point to that's like, yeah, that's pretty bad. But I feel like a lot of the times people, when they say that, it's pretty overblown. Seeing this makes me want to go back and be like, hold on. Is this really like, is it always this bad? Or is it
there's some in the MCU that is pretty bad. But
yeah,
this,
for sure.
Really, I mean, like, I just rewatched Black Panther this week.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. No, and Khonshu especially is very, and like, I guess it's not much worse than like Stranger Things. I think of that very similar because the Demogorgon and the Jackal move in a very similar way to each other.
Yeah.
It's not much worse, but Stranger Things still feels a bit more polished. And just like the movements feel very stuttery in Khonshu, and like, it's weird. It's like they're moving at a different frame rate than what the movie shot at, or the show rather, is shot at. It just, it's some of the worst examples of bad CGI in Marvel. And I wish they would go a little more practical with it, because I mean, and I guess one of the biggest things is like, why do all the suits always have to be CGI? Moon Knight suit. I mean, like,
and they make, like, they're like, we make this practical suit, and then they just throw a bunch
we're just
of
not gonna use
CGI on it. Yeah, like,
it's
what,
just
what was the point?
And there, like you said, there's a lot of potential in the show, and Oscar Isaac's doing his thing in it.
Yeah,
but it's just we're running into a lot of the same MCU problems.
Yeah,
and it's starting to feel like I'm starting to get less and less excited about Marvel shows if they're going to continue to have a lot of the same issues.
Yeah,
like I'm really excited for She-Hulk. This is not making me.
You know what?
Look forward
I will
to
say,
it.
and I don't know how much validity there is to this, but I did see some rumors that behind the scenes, that like Disney and Marvel were not happy with how She-Hulk was turning out, and that like it was like really bad. Now, of course, this is just,
I don't want to hear.
This is just what I heard, but I will say,
in concept, I was excited for it, but it's just, I mean, if
it does. It seems like I'm excited for it. Like, it also has an actress that I love that's playing She-Hulk.
Exactly,
and it seems dope. Like a lot of the shows they're announcing seem like dope concepts, but it's just like I don't have justice in the MCU anymore to do it. Yeah, I just don't think I can't trust them like I
Yeah,
thought
they
I could
just
before.
and it's like,
Um,
look, we obviously we really like WandaVision. I was really feeling Loki.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
there's good parts of all of them, but all of the shows are showing their ass and showing a lot of this exact same problem.
yeah, they are.
And
And
honestly looking back, I really mostly enjoyed Loki just because of the last stretch. Like the second half
yeah,
is
was really good.
a lot stronger than the
It
first
is
half.
for sure.
So yeah, Moon Knight could end up being the same. The second half could be insanely strong compared to the first half. And like
Right.
not to say that it's bad necessarily thus far.
Mhm.
It's just we're running into those same problems. And I call this
And
every time we start a new Marvel show. It's like,
yeah,
okay, well, we're gonna start off really slow in the first 2 episodes. And then the third episode, we're gonna be at the halfway point, and it's gonna be like, well, what the fuck? We're nowhere close narratively speaking to the halfway
right,
point of the series. But then we're gonna speed it up in 4 and 5 and then wrap it up in a nice little bow in episode 6.
right. I mean, it's frustrating. And another thing for me, I think why I don't love this show just yet, and it could just be because it is a new character, but I don't love anyone on this show yet. Like I'm not like personally, I thought
None
Steven
of
was
the side
fine.
characters.
I thought Steven was fine in the first episode. I'm not gonna lie. Episode 2, I was like, he's annoying. Where's Mark?
He's a
Like
little annoying.
I need Mark because like I can't anymore. Like I'm just like
I'm also
he just
not
like
feeling any of the side characters. The villain is
that,
like
and that's what I was gonna
okay.
say. The
None
side
of the
characters as well,
supporting cast is
because
standout.
at least in the other Marvel shows, I could say, okay, we have Agatha and we
Yeah,
have what's her name?
Monica,
Monica, and we also have God, our favorite guy
Ralph Boner.
from from WandaVision. What's his name?
Oh
Shield
shit.
Shield guy.
Oh, Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo. We had
Jimmy
Jimmy Woo.
Woo.
Like we had so many
Yeah.
great supporting characters
WandaVision
on
had
that
a
show.
great supporting cast of characters.
Then we get Owen Wilson
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Loki. And then even I really liked, I can't remember her name, the
Renslayer.
villain. No, the villain
Sylvie.
in
And Falcon and the Winter
in
Soldier.
Falcon and Winter
Yes.
Soldier.
Yeah,
I thought
she was great.
really great.
I thought
And of course, yeah,
John
loved
Walker
Sylvie
was
too.
was
John Walker was really compelling as well.
yeah, he was a compellingly fucking unlikable piece of shit, which was
Yeah.
great. Which is great for how that
Exactly.
character was written. This show doesn't have any like interesting side characters.
Like Layla doesn't seem like I'm someone I'm really gonna
Give a
do
shit
that.
about.
Like yeah, like she's fine. Ethan Hawke, like love him. He's not.
Yeah, he's
Not
not
doing a whole
doing
lot for
anything
me right now.
spectacular in the show. Is like
Yeah.
his little monologue in episode 2 was pretty cool, I suppose. But like, it's just
Yeah.
ah,
So it's like
just,
I
we
want to
gotta
say
connect
I want to
him.
give him the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, it's because it's a new character. But then I'm like, well, we had supporting characters I was meeting for the first time in these other shows. Like,
Exactly, like most of them.
yeah, and I'm like, maybe Mark will be, will do it for me in these next ones. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm guessing we're getting Mark centric episodes next.
and like also I do have some problems with Moon Knight, just because Moon Knight is actually a character that I was like familiar with going into this. Like it was like
Mhm.
I remember finding out about Moon Knight when I was younger and being like, oh, like that was like I had a period of time where I like read comics.
Mhm.
And like Moon Knight is the character that like got me into reading comics because I just saw him and like I was like, he is really dope.
No, he is.
And so like this approach to Moon Knight is very different. But
It
I
has
don't
potential.
know that
It really has potential. We're
it
just
does, and
we're
I'll wait
not
to
gonna
see.
realize that potential in 6 episodes.
And it's also like some of the humorous stuff that they're doing with like the character like when Steven turns into Moon Knight, that's like the character of Mr. Knight.
Yeah.
Which in the comics is like pretty like he's pretty fucking formidable.
Yeah.
Like you don't mess with him. Like he's like a kind of like no nonsense. And then they kind of just like
Oh,
turned
hey,
into a
it's just
joke.
it's a butt of the joke. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kind of dislike when, and the MCU has done that like a decent amount of times in the history of the MCU. Like they take someone that's like, a serious character and just like played up as a joke. And like
Yeah.
people are like, give him a chance, get it a chance, and I'll give it a chance. I'll see where it goes. But it doesn't seem like the way Steven is now that the character of Mr. Knight can turn into
What he's
what he is
supposed
going
to
to be
be.
in the comics. And I'm open to not
New
having one to
interpretations.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need the adaptation to be exactly the same.
Right.
But right now I'm just like, okay, this is not even anywhere near, you know, what I would hope. And maybe it turns into something better, but I'm not a huge fan of where it's going
Yeah.
right
It's
now.
starting off really weak. I certainly enjoyed the second episode more than the
Yeah.
first. I think it's a better episode. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to say, like, there's no way we're gonna get a good fleshed out show in 6 episodes.
No way.
Give us 8 to 10 and boom.
Yeah.
You know what? I probably want to know why they're not liking the way She-Hulk is turning out, because they're trying to do it in 6 episodes.
Hey.
Give us 10.
Probably.
Give us 10. Honestly,
Fix it.
10 episodes is a really good season length. You could tell a really good story while still having in-between parts that are aside from the main overarching plot, but don't feel worthless.
Right. For sure. I'm with you, man. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
It's a shame. I want it to get better, and I hope it does. Maybe they'll break the curse and they'll actually get to the halfway point in episode 3. But in order to do that, it's going to be an insanely rushed 3rd episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed.
Yeah. So
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's really our thoughts on Moon Knight thus far.
Woo.
Woo! And with that, let's get into very quickly, because this is quite a long episode, our favorite things this week. I think I went first last week. So
I believe you did.
So why don't you go ahead and start us off now?
Let's start off. We'll do music.
There we go.
Let's see what we got. I feel like I don't have a lot. Did I mention Mike Dimes last week?
You did not.
I listened to the new Mike Dimes. I like this guy.
I know you really like it.
I really like Mike Dimes. I'm like, this is some good stuff. This is good. This is really good.
Do you really like that track with Duke?
Oh, the one with
Deuce?
Duke Deuce? Come
Yes.
on. Anytime
That's my shit. That's my shit.
Whenever I love, like, I don't know how you can't get hyped when you hear Duke Deuce come on track and say, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
come on.
He's making hype fucking music.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Aside from that, I listened to this Mavi EP from last year. Thought it was pretty cool. And obviously heard the new Dreamville mixtape, which I thought was pretty good. I mean, you can tell like it's like not anything that they were saying like they put this together in 9 days, and like to a certain degree, like you can kind of tell.
Yeah,
I feel like they
feel
just
that.
took a bunch of like loosies that they all really like. These are actually what they felt were good enough to be on another project and maybe not their own. Although I do know Stick was supposed to be on the Forever Story. I think it was probably because of the leaks and whatnot.
Shame.
Yeah, I do have feelings about that being on here, but the most exposure Kenny Mason has ever had. So
yeah, I guess can't blame it.
Yeah. But yeah, there was that. New Harry Styles single was cool. It was fine. I'm not like
I was
going
digging it.
crazy
Not gonna
for
lie.
it.
I'm not even a Harry
Really?
Styles guy like that. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a nice sound.
As a Harry fan, I think it's fine. I don't have any strong feelings about it, but I think it's fine.
I guess.
Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. I heard it a few weeks ago, but I don't think I mentioned it. This new single from Draft Day and Lil Yachty, which is actually produced by Jay Versace.
Oh, look at Jay Versace continuing.
To get I know. Credits. And he just won a Grammy.
My man.
And so, yeah, I thought that track was pretty cool. It was nice to hear Lil Yachty on a beat like that.
Yeah.
So that was dope. And then, this new Pusha T single, Neck and Wrist.
Oh, I still haven't heard it yet. I know I
Oh,
should have listened to it
on.
already, but I've heard so many great things about it.
Oh my god. It's so good. It was so good. I was like, oh, like, yeah. No, I really like that single. And then this new feature from Sampha on this Lil Silva
Oh
track
yeah.
was really good. And I didn't know if like Lil Silva was a rapper or what. He's a producer. So this is just Sampha on the
Oh,
whole.
so
Like,
that's
it's literally just
the best thing I could ask for.
I know. It's so good. So good. So yeah. Did that. Let's see what else. We'll do TV, I guess now. Um TV, of course, new Severance. If you're not watching the show, why aren't you watching this show?
Hurry up.
Um
I mean, actually, by the time you hear this, the finale will be out. So
the finale will already be out, so just binge the whole season. Season 2's already been confirmed, so
love it. Love it.
we got it coming. New Abbott, I guess it'd be
2 weeks worth of
two
Abbott.
new episodes of Abbott. Really, really good. As usual, only have one more episode to the finale, so
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Why?
No, what am I gonna do with my time?
I know.
Ah.
Sad. I better see Zach Fox in the finale. Come on.
Oh yeah, come on. He's only been in what, 2 episodes? That's not enough.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
not enough.
Let's see. Watch an episode of Jesus and Marrow. I've been watching a lot of Mr. Robot. Just like powering through that. So I'm on season 2 now. Watch season finale of Bel Air. I think they put in a good final episode. I'm excited to see what they have in store. Season 2. And they really just like, exceeded all my expectations for this show, which were at the start pretty
low.
Pretty low.
Yeah.
And then of course new episode of Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good. I was like I watched it twice. I always watch these Atlanta episodes twice. And I like just love it even more after I like dissect it and pick it apart a little bit, because I'm just like, so good. It's so good. Yeah. I really like that episode. And then stuff I rewatched Black Panther this week because I got to see it live in concert, like with the at the Houston Symphony. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And then I saw this new special from Gerard Carmichael Rothaniel. This is amazing.
Nice.
I would recommend this to anyone, even if you don't know who Gerard Carmichael is. Don't care. Like, this is a really great. It's a stand-up special, but it's really more just like,
right.
He's just having a conversation with you about his life, and it's really phenomenal. It's like an hour long. It's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really good. And he also has this movie I watched at Sundance last year that's already been acquired. It's really, really good. I don't know when it's coming, but it better be coming soon. But yeah, this special is amazing. It's really amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite things I've watched all year. So
very nice.
Definitely check that out. But that's all I've got.
Word. I'll go ahead and pick up with watching where you left off. I also finally caught all the way up and finished Bel Air. Like you said, definitely exceeded expectations. I'm a little upset we got the cliffhanger ending, but I mean, it makes sense. They gotta ring us back in for the next season. It's fine. I'll deal. Right. New episode of Atlanta. God. Love it. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Yeah.
So
Next
ready.
Week
and
looks
it's
wild.
Yeah, no kidding. Like I said, I started Daredevil. Got about 7 episodes in. I'm about halfway through episode 7. I just haven't had the chance to get back to that. But I've been really enjoying it. Honestly, it's really good, and I see why a lot of people hold that series specifically, but also a lot of the Netflix series as a whole in such high regard. And it's cool that they're canon to the MCU now.
Those that first season of Daredevil, honestly, every season of Daredevil is really, really good. But that
Yeah,
first one is
I don't
very
know that
good.
I will necessarily try the rest of them. Like I might
Oh,
give
really?
Luke Cage a shot.
Man, I think
I've heard like mixed things about the Defenders. I'm not watching Iron Fist.
the
You
Defenders
can't make
show
me.
is whatever. I didn't even watch Iron Fist.
I
Jessica
was like,
Jones season 1 though
I've heard
is
really great things
probably
about Jessica
my
Jones season 1.
Jessica Jones season 1 is my favorite season of any of the Marvel Netflix shows. Like it's
I guess.
really, really good. And it's just like it doesn't even it's just like a
Hmm.
just like it's not MCU at all. Like it just feels like they're trying to solve, you know,
Yeah.
whatever's going on, the mystery that they got to solve. So
Which is just like just do more shit like that. Like I get you
it's
want to have
good.
like a uniform formula, but just do some new shit,
Yeah,
new interesting shit. Like
I
it's
know.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like I guess just between this and just seeing a lot of the poor production on Moon Knight, like I'm falling more out of it with the MCU.
Telling you, man, that
It's
MCU, the
that
MCU
fatigue is
fatigue.
hitting now.
Hitting.
I still bought IMAX tickets for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I wish I don't have tickets just because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to see it, but
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
hopefully soon.
Yeah. Oh, and also it's I didn't have it high enough, but Severance, yeah, I did see that. It's you need to tap in if you're not tapped in. The whole season's gonna be out by the time this episode comes out. So just watch the whole fucking
Which
thing.
I feel like this show is not built to be binged. Like I feel like
It's
it
not.
works so well with the weekly model and just like stretching out this slow burn.
It is. It's
Oh, like the feeling, and it's like one of those feelings that you hate when an episode ends, but you're also just like
I
it's
I
because
was
it was so good.
mad when this episode ended. I
And
told you before. I was like,
yeah.
no, don't end right
And you
now.
know what? I was like, I thought I didn't know because thing is I never look at the time when I'm watching, so I didn't know how much was left,
Mhm.
and I was like, they end right. They end where I think they're about to end. I
It's
will
so
raise hell.
infuriating.
God.
Yeah.
But it just means Friday.
Friday's gonna go wild,
Oh,
man.
man.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna catch that straight at midnight. So I don't.
Oh wow.
I think I'm doing it.
Wow. I might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, watch party. Watch party.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Might
We'll
be
see
the
what
vibes.
happens.
Might be the vibes. But yeah, I mean that's it's so good. 2 episodes of Abbott Elementary. Just we're having a little bit of a similar thing going on here.
Yeah.
But that's that. As far as TV, I haven't seen any movies. I was gonna try. I thought they were doing screenings for Everything Everywhere All at Once this past weekend,
yeah.
but I
It
guess
doesn't open
not.
until this weekend.
So yeah, I guess it opens this week. I might catch it either this weekend or next weekend. It just depends.
Yeah.
We'll kind of see what's going on with that. But music wise, let me start with what I caught up on from last week because I did do a lot of catch up from the week before. I heard that Kilo Kush album, really enjoyed it because I was stupid last week and didn't realize that it was the actual album that came out and the single. JP5000 from Jungle Pussy, which you recommended to me, I thought was pretty solid as well. 2 Peas in a Pod, Jay Worthy, I thought was pretty solid too. Nice little short project. This project from Soul Glow, Diaspora Problems. It's a pretty nice album. I know you're not too huge into like punk music,
I actually
but it's
started listening to that album.
Oh, you did? It's
Yeah.
it's nice.
it was
It's hardcore. It's
surprising.
aggressive. The fact that I have a bunch of friends that are into punk music, it was like, all right, I'm recommending this to them because like this is good. Like y'all, this is right up y'all's alley.
And what was interesting to me, like I didn't get through the whole thing. I had to go do something else, but I was like, I was surprised in myself that I was like, no, I'm actually digging this.
Yeah.
And a lot more than just like musically, like I really like the lyrical content. I think is what was really drawing me in. I was like, wow, this is really dope. This is really dope. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and finish that record.
No, for sure. I definitely want to give that one subsequent listens. But aside from that, I guess I didn't.
My punk era.
I guess I didn't log a couple of them. Oh, the Cool Kids dropped like a double album.
triple album.
Well, yeah, it's a triple album technically, but they dropped the other
they dropped
two
the
parts
double one.
of
Yeah.
yeah, they dropped the other two parts, which was like, I guess it's two or it's one solo one of each of them, which was pretty cool. I liked a decent number of the tracks off of it too. I like the Boldy James cut, obviously.
Isn't there one with Ice Cold Bishop on there?
Yeah, Ice Cold Bishop's on there too. It's cool, and I'm really liking their sound. I'm trying to avoid listening to them more because they're creeping up there on my top artists for the year, and I'm like, I don't.
No,
this is not.
Can't do this.
This is not the experience I'm trying to curate here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back-to-back years with Denzel, and he dropped an album this year, so it should be easier. But the fact that they dropped a triple album, it just makes it like, well, yeah, I'm listening to them more.
Yeah, I try not to look too closely at my because I do want to be surprised when I watch when I look at my rap.
See, I want to be surprised too, but I want mine to as much as possible reflect what I feel that I really loved and adored that year.
I think it's harder for you because you listen to everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's hard, but I mean, I've been doing a lot better about going back on music with because I'll do my monthly playlist where it's like, okay, here's like everything pretty much that I enjoyed that once. And then I trimmed it down a bit. I made a Q1 playlist because I was like, well, I want to listen to stuff from February and January, but it's March. Let me just throw it all together in a Q1 playlist. So I have that, and I've been going to that, and yeah, so I've been rocking with that. As far as actual releases, Vince Staples' single, so excited. I'm so excited for Monterey Park, broke my heart.
Wasn't that last week?
That was it was last week, but I didn't catch it when we recorded.
Oh, okay.
So I just threw it in.
I was like, did I forget to say that? No, wait.
Yeah, no. This new Beach Bunny single, Firescape, I thought was pretty cool too. I am looking forward to that record. The Dreamville mixtape, overall pretty cool. Definitely Loot is a pretty big highlight on this. Not gonna lie, I think he had some really solid performances.
It was Cause for me.
Cause did really good too, but I don't know.
I was like, I got to start paying attention to Cause.
Yeah,
I was already because I like Goldmouth.
Yeah, exactly. So like already keen on Goldmouth. Like, going into this is like, okay, yeah. But I think this is definitely a really good way for Loot to get put on. And also, I think we are right about that. Kenny Mason hopping on tour with Jid or with Dreamville as a whole because he dropped out of Denzel's tour and Loot dropped out of Saba's tour. Come on.
Lining up.
The pieces are falling into place. Red Hot Chili Peppers album I thought was pretty fine. I've been a pretty long-term fan of them. And I liked a decent bit of the sounds on there. It's, excuse me, it's not bad by any means. So, there's that. Freddie Gibbs, Rick Ross, Kenny Beats, Ice Cream. Dude, come on. Man.
It was good. Here's the thing for me with Freddie right now.
Yeah.
He performs at such a high level that I think to be truly blown away,
it needs to be above and beyond.
It needs to be a bit above and beyond. And on this production, I was like, okay, this is a beat I know Freddie is going to ride, you know. And he's gonna rap as well as he does. But I think I wanted to hear something that was just different. I don't know. He feels too. It's so comfortable for him.
It is comfortable, but it's
hard for me to be impressed because it's like, okay, this feels very comfortable for him. Like this is what he does.
I guess that makes sense, but it's also just it's what he does, and he does it well, and he does it well.
And he does it well. It's just like I'm like when I see the lineup for his upcoming album, of producers, that makes me very excited. Just posted a picture with
so insane.
K-Tronada, Madlib, Pharrell, obviously Alchemist. I'm like that really excites me.
No, for sure.
Him and Kenny are, they do good stuff together.
They're a tried and true duo.
They're tried and true. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good track. It's a good track. Maybe it's not super different than what he does well, but it's
right.
He does it and he does it well. This this track from Nick Caution featuring Boldy James I thought was actually pretty solid too, and with Charlie Heat on production, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Yeah, it was. You know what I thought about that song? I thought it was okay. And then Boldy came in and I was like, oh wow. He just kind of took over this track.
Oh yeah, no. This is a Boldy song. This is a Boldy song. He is doing such phenomenal work, man. I did enjoy the Harry Styles single. It does have me looking forward to actually going through this album and giving it a good listen. If it is going to be stylistically consistent, I will say I do kind of see what you were saying about it. When I first heard it, I was like, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I really dig it.
I mean, a lot of people like it. It's Harry, you know. It takes a lot for them to be like, I don't like this, but
exactly.
I'm hoping for a little bit more from the album.
No, for sure. This LMA track is pretty solid. I think Leave You Alone, I think, is pretty fine. This album from Pup, The Unraveling of Pup the Band, I thought was also pretty solid too. Another kind of like pop punky deal. I don't even know necessarily what to qualify it as. I'm doing bad with genres now. Toro y Moi, Deja Vu. Mm-hmm. Solid.
I was gonna wait for this. I was just like, I'll wait for that. It comes out.
Is the album coming out this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so I was like, I'll just wait.
But that is everything. Yep. So
nice.
there you go. Yeah.
50th episode in the can.
Yeah. Boom. Folks, thank you all for watching. If you like this, leave a like, subscribe, comment, let us know your favorite part or your favorite canned food. All right. Drop some comments, all right?
Okay, sure.
Exactly. We are on all of your favorite Spotify podcast listening platforms. Wow, every time I do the outro, I always fuck it up somehow.
Yeah.
Favorite podcast listening platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Needle in the Lens, Twitch, twitch.tv/FlipTV live, usually on Monday evenings around 7 p.m. Central. Folks, that's going to be it. See you all next week.
Peace.